My name is Aida Stallion, and you can catch me on the Sour Milk Podcast.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's J Love here with Sour Milk Podcast. And y'all already know who we got in the building. We got the beautiful, you know what I'm saying? The lovely, the talented, you know, all that above. Aida Stallion in the building. What's up, love? How you feeling?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great. It's an honor. It's a pleasure for me to have you in the building. So how was your day?
My day was good so far.
So it's good so far.
Yes.
Had a good Sunday.
Yeah, relaxed, chill.
All right, yes, the best way to have it. Best way to have it. So, what we gonna do is we gonna get into getting to know you. Everybody wanna know the woman behind all the beautiful posts, the pictures. You know what I'm saying? The vibes. You know what I'm saying? The business, and we're gonna get into that business later. You know what I'm saying? But we already know what you're specifying in. So we're gonna get it popping, man. So we're gonna start off from the beginning. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from here, but my family is from Georgia.
Okay, so you're originally from Orlando. What part of Georgia your family from?
Dawson.
Dawson, all right. Oh, now did you ever stay there, or were you always?
No, I just visit sometimes, but I'm not from there.
All right. And in Orlando, what side of town are you from? Would you say?
What side of town I'm from?
Yeah.
1400 Mercer Drive.
Mercy Drive. Okay, 1400. All right. Heart of Mercy. Heart of Mercy.
The Heart of Mercy.
All right. Now, were you raised there? Like
I was raised there.
All right. So let's go 1 through 10. How was your childhood growing up 1 through 10? Like as a youth, how was your childhood?
When you say 1 through 10, like
As far as
good,
age.
bad. Oh, ages 1 through
Yeah,
10.
ages 1 to 10. Like how was your child? How would you say your upbringing was?
It was okay. It was good, but towards like between 8 and 10, I started to get bullied a lot. I got bullied. Nobody really believed me when I say that, but I did get bullied or whatever. So it kind of made me the person that I am and how I react to certain things. So for the most part, it was good. I seen and witnessed a lot of things around that time growing up over in that area. So, yeah.
All right. So how would you describe yourself back in those days?
Um, Shy, still shy. Um, Caring still. Um, I don't know. I was a kid. Like I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, do much. I just seen a lot, and I wouldn't necessarily call it like childhood trauma from what I seen. It was just like disbelief or like I had so many questions that were unanswered. So I just went on with life without those questions being unanswered until I got older and older and understood and realized why certain things happen the way they happen.
All right. Now, could you talk about those things that happened?
Oh, well, I seen my first body over there. I got into my first fight over there. I seen someone get robbed over there.
All right. So let's take this step by step now. All right. All right. So first body. How old were you when you see your first body?
6.
Okay. All right. Great age to start it right there. So with how did that situation come about?
As far as me seeing it, or
Yeah, as far as you seeing your first body, how did that situation?
well, I was coming home. I think my mom was working. She picked us up from my grandma's house, and we were coming back home, and I seen a dead body just laying in the park, directly on the hopscotch, little 1, 2, 3, hopscotch little line. It was laying right there, and I was like, "Mommy, what happened?" And she was like, "Turn your head, you don't need to see that." But kids gonna still look, and I was looking, and he had just like blood, like under his body, like surrounded in blood or whatever, and he wasn't moving, he wasn't no nothing. There was a lot of police officers and everything like that, and it was like roped off with the yellow tape and stuff like that. And I was just quiet the rest of the night because I'm like, how, why, who? But, you know, no questions were answered.
So at that moment, how did that make you feel seeing that dead body?
I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know how to feel. All I knew is that will that happen to me? Will that happen to my parents? Will that happen to my brother? Will that happen to my sister? So I didn't know how to really feel.
Do you feel like that affected you any kind of way mentally?
Um, yes and no, because like I'm young, I don't really know what's what. But like I said, as I got older and older, most definitely.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, did you grow up with both parents?
No, I did not.
Just a mother?
Yes, my dad was in and out.
And then so you knew your father, though.
Yes.
As far as siblings, how many siblings did you have?
On my mom's side, dad's side, what side?
Oh, well, shoot, let's start with your mom. In-house, how many siblings did you have in-house?
4.
4? All right. And what you had, sister, brothers?
Yes, I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
All right. And where do you fall in line?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest? All right. So you had a would you like a protector?
Yeah, I was protective. I'm still protective.
So what was one of your fondest memories as a child?
I don't know. I don't have a fond memory as a child because my dad wasn't there, so I feel like it was no fond memories as a child. I just know my mom did what she could, how she could, and that's just that. So,
All right, all right, all right. Now, you said you seen your first robbery. Seen somebody get robbed.
yeah.
How old was you when you seen somebody get robbed for the first time?
Um, I, how old was I? I think I was like, I don't know. It was between 10 and 12. 10 and 12.
Can you talk about the situation?
I was walking to, they have a store in the front. And I was walking to the store and I seen like these guys, like, I don't know, they kind of like just bum rush this one guy that was walking to the store. And like I was all the way back there, but he was like pretty much up front. And then they kind of like bum rushed him and they were fighting, but I just thought it was just like a regular fight. And as they were fighting, one guy pulled out a gun and then I couldn't hear exactly what they were saying because I stopped in my tracks and I'm just like stuck just watching. And one guy had pulled out a gun and I just seen the guy on the ground just like taking out his whatever he had in his pockets and giving it to him. And as he was doing that, the other guy were like kicking him and stumping him and I just froze. I just stood there like watching. And as a child, you would run, but I just stood there and froze. I didn't even know nothing. And then after that, I still walked to the store. I still walked to the store. I needed to go get what my mama told me to go get. So I just, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, after I seen that, I felt like it was nothing else that I can see that would like make me feel a certain type of way or make me be afraid of anything. Even though I felt like I was skeptical of certain things, I didn't show vulnerability or being afraid. Because at this time, I'm starting to be accustomed to all the bullshit that's going on around here. We in the hood, you know?
All right, now in the hood, let's say Mercy. What did you guys do for fun as a child? Like, what was your your child, like your daily activities with your friends?
You know, outside playing, knocking on people's doors, running, playing tag, jump rope, hopscotch, dancing. We always had birthday parties because everybody knew everybody. So it was always a birthday party going on. So we went to the birthday parties and we just did normal kid stuff outside. We didn't have to worry about nobody coming to snatch us and steal us because everybody was family back then. So, and everybody pretty much stayed close to each other in the same, what do you call it?
Yes.
Yeah, or whatever. So, Heartt nightlife, just kids playing, water and pots playing in the rain, playing in the dirt. all that.
All right. Now let's say let's go to age like 11 to like 15. That middle school age. How would you describe yourself at that age? And how was the transfer going? Because now you're growing up. You know what I'm saying? You're growing up a little bit, getting out of the youth age. How was that transition going from a youth to a, you know what I'm saying, like,
I was
middle-aged
scared to go to
child?
middle school. I wasn't scared, but I was nervous as hell to go to middle school.
Well, why was that? What made you nervous?
Cause my mom wasn't strict, but she was very careful in what we did and who in our surroundings. So it was certain things that I seen other kids have that I didn't have, or it was certain things that other kids were able to do that I couldn't do. And I think I pretty much felt like I was kind of like an outcast a little bit or whatever, but I never told anyone that until just now. So, because I don't know what other, I just felt like I was in a world by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still paying attention to everything, and I'm very attentive. So I paid attention to what people wore, how they wore their hair, what they had, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And I never like felt bad for what I didn't have. I'll just ask my mom. She say yes, or she say no. Either way it go. I didn't feel any type of way about it. But not growing up, but being in middle school, everyone was more advanced than me. Not not education wise, but like they had their shit going on. It was girls having sex and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, and I didn't know nothing about sex, know none of that or whatever. So when conversations like that come up in middle school, I can't I can't say anything because I don't, what I'm saying, I don't know. And I used to get, teased about not knowing about it or whatever, and I thought it was a bad thing until I talked to my mom about it or whatever, and she was like, you shouldn't be talking about sex. They shouldn't be talking about sex. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of grown women, well, little girls that, so I understand now why my mom tried to like disassociate me from certain girls because how they were
Yeah.
or whatever. And, sometimes people judge you about who you hang with. But, sometimes I was hard-headed. Sometimes I didn't care. I wanted to hang with my friends. So middle school was okay. I got into a couple fights.
All right, let's go there. First fight in middle school. Can you remember your first fight?
Yep.
All right, so what happened? What led up to that first fight?
I was walking to class and this boy bumped me. His name, can I say the name?
I mean, you can. That's on you.
This boy bumped me and
Let the name out. What's
his name is Chris.
Tag him. Tag him. You do the last name?
I ain't gonna do the last. I ain't gonna do no. No, his name.
Your face got bright when you said that. That must have turned into your boyfriend.
Hell fuck no. No, his name is they call him Mookie or whatever. And he bumped me. We was going into the classroom. And I guess I was having a bad day or something. I don't know. And I said, excuse me. And he said something and he called me a bitch. And I said, say it again. And he called me again. And I said, wait till after class. I said, wait till after class. And he was like, okay. So class was over. And of course, I approached him. And I forget what I say. But next thing you know, he swung at me. I swung back. And we started fighting. He hit me in my eye. He gave me a black eye. He hit me in my eye, and I didn't give a fuck. I still kept going after him. And then my homegirl was trying to jump in, but the dean caught her hand or whatever, so she didn't get no licks in. But I ended up, like, slamming him, like, on the fence onto the ground. And I, like, I start like punching him and stuff like that. And then a police officer came and picked me up. And then we kind of like went our separate ways. So when we started walking to the office, I was like touching my face and I was like, my eye, my eye, my eye. And so I kind of like did one of them shake and bake moves with the officer to try to go back to the guy and finish off because he had me fucked up. So I had 3 days of in-school suspension. Of course, people picked on me, but it was this one guy named Tyson